The staff at Radiation Oncology of Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital give patients the warmest services. Tzu Chi volunteers provide disaster relief in the aftermath of floods in Cambodia. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Sandy Yan. Thank you for joining us. Medical personnel in Radiation Oncology of Dalin Tzu Chi Hospital have won numerous awards. The staff not only perform treatment, but also take care of patients' minds. It takes genuine care to forge such intimate relationships. Take a look.
In order to fulfill 90-year-old Mr. Tsai's wish to be a silent mentor, the medical team helped him maintain his nutrition and accompanied him in his final days.
He came for treatment from Shui, and when his condition worsened, he wanted to invite us to his house as a guest. So a few of us nurses went to Shui together to meet him.
Hi, 大家好，欢迎收看《精品走透透》，我是主持人 Tiffany， 我是 Burberry， 我是 Dalin， 我今天到水，我们要去找一个人，那我们就出发啦！
To let this cancer patient feel that he is not alone, the Radiation Oncology team visited him at home. This team has won a gold award from the Center of Excellence and has made breakthroughs in the medical field, such as redesigning and improving patient gowns to become more comfortable and warm.
Our treatment room is very cold because we need an air conditioner to keep the machines cool. Often patients will feel very cold as soon as they come in, but I hope that in a cold environment, it can give the patients a warm feeling.
一般良性的变化不会是这样子的，所以这其实应该算是恶性的。
Cancer treatment is not a single method can effectively solve something. In fact, it should be comprehensive treatment. We actually did not presuppose what we're going to do. At that time, our idea was very simple. We still turn to our original intention, which is whatever the patient needs medically, we'll look to what extent we can do.
Faced with long and arduous cancer treatment, they will do their best to fulfill the hope of curing the body and mind of cancer patients and better provide an environment full of love and hope.
Tainan Jing Si Hall is one of the long-term day care centers for the local seniors. 16 elders with an average of 60 took public transportation for nearly 1 hour to reach the venue. The center offers programs that maintain seniors' agility and strength. Even a 91-year-old elder find it enjoyable.
I shall be filial to my parents, as the master said. Doing good deeds and practicing filial piety shouldn't wait. So I want to donate 1 million NT dollars to Tzu Chi in the name of my mother to express my gratitude to her. Mom, I love you.
行善行孝吼，及时无等啦，就是行孝，还是呢，安尼长长久久甲妈妈带带伫身边，还是呢，诸身工作吼，无简单啦，真正是吼，行善行孝。
Some 40 senior classmates are gathering here and smiling happily. There are both lively and slow activities for the seniors to do. After the energetic movements, the seniors are doing mouth yoga and swallowing exercise.
We all stay in the same community. My mother usually lies on the bed or watches TV at home without moving her legs or arm. And her abdomen is getting bigger and bigger. I told her that she needs to come here and she finally agrees. I will be more filial to my mother because without her, I would not be here.
Seeing her labor come join enthusiastically, Liu Suzhu brought her mother, who is 91 years old, to exercise together.
It's better for everyone to spend time together. We can also have a lot of learning opportunities.
The elderly may have degradation in swallowing at a certain age. Through the mouth yoga in our long-term cure course, the elders can practice swallowing slowly to delay their degradation. They also need to practice again when they go home.
Even though it takes an hour to go to the senior daycare center in Tainan, and every senior has to be careful when getting on and off the bus, the number of participants has increased every time, indicating that the seniors enjoy the activities very much.
It's not easy to persist on the path of doing good deeds. In Tainan, a Tzu Chi recycling volunteer, Tainan Jing, suffered from domestic violence because her husband opposed her in doing recycling works. Previously, she had a minor stroke, but that only made her more determined with her efforts. What's the reason for her to call recycling stations as her second home? Let's see her story.
My husband always opposed me in doing Tzu Chi works. He even went to the recycling station to beat me. However, the more he beat me, I was more determined to do recycling.
After walking out from the shadows of domestic violence, Tainan Jing Si found her spiritual home at the recycling station. Before sunrise, she already leaves her home. She's heading over to her second home.
If I'm free, I'll head over to the recycling station. So now I will always tell others that the recycling station is my second home.
She became very determined in doing recycling works, but life threw her another challenge as she suddenly suffered a mild stroke.
She was ill previously after she was discharged from the hospital. Although she's unable to ride the scooter, she still walked to the recycling station to continue doing recycling work.
Doing recycling work can save our Earth, and it can also save our future generations. Global warming is getting worse as days pass. Therefore, I love doing recycling.
Although she is illiterate, she continues to cultivate her wisdom life, using her smartphone to listen to the Dharma.
When the prayer starts, I'm able to catch up and follow the tempo of the prayer. When I'm praying, my heart will calm down. As I continue chanting, I feel that it is truly blissful.
听法爱认真，这是殊好欢喜。恁读书会爱继续不断的读书，这呢一个天下的平安，在日日心在法的轨道上。
继续做环保，爱地球。
As the recycling mission celebrates its 30th anniversary, Tainan Jing Si continues to dedicate herself in doing recycling works, safeguarding and loving our earth.
In Malacca, Malaysia, He Bingqiu, the owner of Tamin Jating Mini Market, has been saving all the recyclable items for Tzu Chi since 2003. Besides doing recycling by herself, she has also inspired her family and friends to join this action. Here's the story.
Whenever she saves a resource, she makes a vow. Despite He Bingqiu having mobility issues, she still tries to make categorizing recyclables a daily habit.
Because I cannot move very well, so I have a bag here, and what I have to save, I put it in there. When it's full, I'll ask someone to move it to the bag for me.
These items are often thought of as trash by another, but I treat them as resources, so the items I can recycle I will save and put it at the back of the store. Then the Tzu Chi brothers will come pick them up.
In 2003, one of Malacca's Taman Yati Mini Market's vendors, He Bingqiu, was encouraged by her sister to donate all the recyclables she collected to Tzu Chi. After a while, He's influence also inspired her family and friends to join the recycling mission.
She says all her recyclables are safe for Tzu Chi.
If Tzu Chi can come and take it away and we can do some good with it, then isn't that two birds with one stone?
Doing this for the planet makes me happy, and I'm affirmed in that it's the right path. For every seed planted, there is a rewarding reaction, a good karmic reaction.
My mother taught me being charitable isn't about the money. There is much to do that is more meaningful. What's the meaning? The meaning is to save the planet.
A group of Tzu Chi volunteers is also part of this mission. They gather here each Monday to sort recyclables and then head to other stores to pick up more recyclables.
Since 2007 till now, it's been the three of us.
He told me about nighttime recycling, and I told him I have a lorry, so we have been using my lorry to do this ever since.
Actually, we are very happy to be doing this. After I sort recyclables, I sleep well at night.
This group of people give selflessly to protect the planet and enjoy much Dharma joy from the mission.
In recent years, vegetarianism gradually becomes a dietary trend. Starting this January, Campus Medical Center in Johor Bahru, Malaysia, has increased their meatless Monday campaign from once a month to every Monday.
On Ethical Eating Day, January 11th, Campus Medical Center decided to switch to meatless Mondays every week.
Today is the 11th of January, and also Ethical Eating Day. So I think starting the Meatless Monday campaign on this day is the perfect opportunity.
In the past, when it was once a month, it was widely received.
It's great, the taste is good, and it's helpful to our health and intestines.
Vegetables are not a problem. From a nutritional point of view, it's far healthier too.
I'm a biotechnology major, so I agree with Dr. Chua's thinking that meat is hazardous to humans' health, as it produces high levels of acidity in the body.
There are live demonstrations on how to make a delicious vegetarian dish, with the restaurant owner happy to change up the menu.
There are more and more people going vegetarian, so we want to introduce these dishes to people of other nationalities, as mainly the Chinese are used to these vegetarian dishes. Now others know that vegetarian food can be as delicious as well.
Their patients are not hesitant to try this and also agree with veggies being less of a burden on their body.
There's not a big change, mainly just changing animal protein out for plant protein. The daily nutritional values are still met each day.
With the entire hospital's cooperation, Campus Medical Center is the first medical facility to adopt meatless Mondays every week in Malaysia and will surely be a role model for others to follow.
Last year, Cambodia experienced continued drought followed by flooding. Over 20 provinces and cities in Cambodia were severely affected. Tzu Chi had planned to assist Battambang province. However, due to the COVID pandemic, the distribution was delayed until January.
The rice urn at home is empty, making this 59-year-old grandmother cherish this rice.
Farming is too hard. Sometimes we'll go to the field to pick rice, but this time it's all submerged. There's no rice or rice to eat.
We are in the same village and follow the car to collect the rice. Because we have no other choice, we can only rely on the help of our neighbors. I'm also very grateful to you for helping our residents.
Each agricultural farm vehicle did not function due to the drought in May and the flood in October in 2020. Tzu Chi rescued these affected people and carried a group of students.
The rice is very good rice. My family has never eaten this type of rice before. I usually eat rotten rice.
The number of families in need of assistance in 2 districts in Battambang province exceeded 10,000, and multi-unit government cooperation was provided.
On behalf of TYDA and a student group, the distribution went smoothly. We were pleased to see that the residents were very happy and delighted to receive Tzu Chi supplies.
Because I live in Battambang province, no matter how much I do, I just want to help the residents.
The impact of the epidemic has caused distribution to be postponed repeatedly until January, but residents now have a chance to carry rice home and have the joy of smelling delicious rice.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Shandong, China had a long and good rapport with the care recipients. The volunteers went on their routine visits this winter and have noticed many positive changes in the residents' living environments. Here's more.
As volunteers visit again, they're seeing the care recipients' changes. In the past, Zhang Chenggang, who works odd jobs, had to take care of his children and wife who are mentally challenged. The volunteers who visit him have helped lessen his burdens.
In half a year, we help him apply for low-income family subsidies. We also help this child apply for disability card to lessen his life burdens.
As their lives improved, the family's living environment has also become bright.
They are so nice to me. I'll listen to Tzu Chi's sister's advice and be nice to my family.
Shandong Tzu Chi volunteers deliver love to care recipients' homes. Among them, Wu Zhengwu and his mother have obtained a heatable brick bed this year so they can keep warm.
I appreciate Tzu Chi. I'm extremely grateful as they are nice to me.
The care recipients are welcome the volunteers with smiles. Yang Yongfeng, who has just moved to a new house, warms up his home as he waits for the volunteers.
They deliver supplies from time to time. They are nice to me. I've gained weight and become stronger.
The 100-year-old house has become dilapidated. Volunteers work together with the village chief to raise funds and build a new house for him. He has also joined the volunteers in home visitations to care for other families.
I have confidence in life and I have hope. Life will become better.
As volunteers brought hope to these families, they can embrace a brighter future.
In Dongguan City, China, Tzu Chi volunteers have been holding winter distribution since 2005. This year, field doctors in Dongguan Binghaiwan Bay Area Hospital went along with the volunteers to visit local residents' homes. The doctors' expertise and kindness made the residents more at ease.
我们打包的不仅仅是物质，我们在整个打包的过程中就有一种喜悦的心情，因为我们要把这份爱传递到需要人的当中去。
Tzu Chi's project to send love in the winter continued for 15 years in Dongguan City, but due to the pandemic this year, and along with the ban on gatherings, volunteers have to visit each household. This time, they are accompanied by hospital staff members from Dongguan Binghaiwan Bay Area Hospital.
From their smiles and facial expressions, feel that what we are doing is meaningful. If we have more time in the future, we'll definitely participate in this more.
Since the doctors are here, Tzu Chi care recipients felt safer. During the visit, Ms. Liang's son frequently talked about discomfort from his ears. After a diagnosis from Dr. He, he appeared to be just fine.
Through our own medical profession, and that we are able to help others, this will enrich our character and mentality.
83-year-old Grandma Liang injured her wrist recently as pain followed her ever since. After knowing that doctors are here, she requested for a diagnosis. After hearing the reminders from doctors, volunteers brought in supplies and sincere blessings for her.
We have mushrooms celebrating the family's reunion. The noodles we brought means longevity.
"56-year-old Liang Chundi has low blood sugar issues. While doctors perform a blood pressure test, kind reminders are given. This year, Dongguan Tzu Chi volunteers, along with hospital staff members, gathered to bring in supplies and health reminders for locals.
Agricultural waste can be turned into gold. Thai Sugar produced 13 tons of leftover sugar pulp each year. Most of it were used to fill boilers. Starting in 1996, part of the pulp was used as fertilizer, and microorganisms were aided to shorten the decomposing process. After composting, the pulp becomes organic fertilizer.
It's the season to fertilize the pomelo trees.
It's usually hibernating now, and when it's not raining like now, we add the fertilizers. When it's flooded with water in the spring, the fruit trees will absorb it.
This bag of fertilizer is the key to good fruit, but the fertilizer is dark and soft. What is it?
This is sugarcane pulp from Thai Sugar.
Huang Suijia, who has been a farmer his entire life, would be afraid to see elders using chemical fertilizers, so he decided to use organic fertilizers to get back to the good soil that the orchard had from his youth.
In the past, when chemical fertilizers were used, the earthworms increasingly disappeared. But when the sugarcane pulp was spread, the earthworms would pile up when it rained.
The sugarcane pulp fertilizer that was made organically really gave him confidence, as he was surprised it was really made from sugarcane. The sugarcane is harvested and the juice is squeezed out to make sugar, leaving a lot of pulp which does not need to be thrown away.
Walking on is soft sugarcane pulp, which has been mixed with molasses water, which is the nutrient of microorganisms. These piles of pulp will be sent to a rare storage yard for 6 months of fermentation.
For sugarcane pulp compost to naturally decompose, it takes a year, but the Thai sugar sanhua plant can shorten this to about half a year. Here is the secret.
It will accelerate the decomposition of sugarcane pulp organic matter by adding microorganisms. We use photosynthetic bacteria as the local microorganisms are from bacterial water.
The microorganisms are invisible, but adding it changes the compost drastically. There's no artificial warming or heating, but the compost body constantly emits heat from transpiration. This is proof that the microbial population inside is actively decomposing the sugarcane pulp.
The temperature shows the activity of microorganisms in the compost. When it is more than 60 degrees, we go to turn over the pile. The temperature does not rise when it has a granular structure, which is about close to normal temperature. At this time, it is judged to be fully decomposed.
From an original light brown to black organic matter, this shows an increase in soil water retention and aeration and provides a good microbial growth environment in farmland. The sugar industry in Taiwan has a history of 100 years. In the past, most of the sugarcane pulp was just used as fuel into boilers, and only a few tried to develop into other products.
Before 1996, we engaged in pulp manufacturing and returning it to the farmland. And then after 1996, we were engaged in compost production.
Thai Sugar produces 13 tons of sugarcane pulp every year, 70% of which is used as fuel, and the rest is made into 4 different formulas of organic fertilizer, becoming a big help to farmers.
We have about 60 to 70% of our production is traceable back to the source, including traceability of organic matter. They're accustomed to using organic material, and the government encourages farmers to use it. They even give subsidies to help them develop an interest in using it.
Under the Organic Material Subsidy Policy of the Council of Agriculture, the Mato Farmers Association sold only more than 90,000 packs of organic fertilizer in 2017, which is rising year by year. In 2020, an additional 13,000 packages were produced. And regarding organic material, Thai Sugar researchers are encouraged to develop more possibilities for sugarcane pulp.
After the sugarcane pulp is half ripe, it can replace sawdust for growing mushrooms. It can replace 50% of this, and we can take these used mushroom bags back for composting. They can be returned directly to the field.
The idea of mushroom bags made from sugarcane pulp helped win the 2020 Taiwan Circular Economy Award. Through continuous innovation, sugarcane pulp has been transformed from waste to a resource that continues to be recycled to better protect the earth.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Chengde City, China, work with local officials to distribute winter relief goods. We'll leave you with this image. Thank you for watching. See you next time.